Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here with another action movie Dolph Lundgren double feature review here, and we're going to be talking about Detention, which came out in 2003 along with Kindergarten Cop 2, which came out in 2016. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of martial arts action movie reviews for the past few months now. Horror is still my, favorite genre, but, I absolutely love action movies and, stars like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Scott Adkins, Schwarzenegger, people like that. So I'm going to keep up on these as well. And with this, I've done a few Dolph Lundgren double features. I've done some, JCVD double features as well. Usually I try to pair certain movies together for a reason. This isn't a QMR, this is only two of them. But yeah, this one actually makes sense because we have Detention here, where Dolph Lundgren plays a character trying to protect kids at a school. And then we have Kindergarten Cop 2, where Dolph Lundgren ends up trying to protect kids at a school, essentially. Although one takes the more sort of self-serious approach, the other goes the more, comedic, fun direction. So different movies, but definitely ones you can sort of put together into a video that makes sense, like mine, to some extent. But yeah, I watched Detention. We'll talk about Detention first. I watched Detention on Amazon Prime just a couple days ago. Dolph Lundgren, he's become one of my favorite action stars. I constantly go back and forth between him, Van Damme, and Adkins. Van Damme still probably when it comes down to it, but it could change on a given day. This is one of those more low budget, mid 2000s films that I actually like this one. I thought it was fine. We have him in this. He actually is a teacher, though. That's another key difference. A cool, badass looking teacher at that, but he's an actual history teacher, I believe, nonetheless. Sure, he rides on a bike, sunglasses, and everything like that, but he's not faking it in this, I guess. But yeah, basically these drug runners end up trying to set up an operation at a school, thinking it'll be easy pickings, but we have Dolph Lundgren's character here who is served time in a war. So he ends up improvising and defending the school and the students in it. Most of these students, they're not bad kids, but really kids that have just grown up around some really rough shit, basically. So you get a little mini sort of Breakfast Club type of scenario with the teenagers as well. Some of them are really just acting very standoffish and sort of stubborn and rude to Lundgren's character and stuff like that. But you get little mini arcs with a couple of them where they come around and sort of step up and grow up into maturity, kind of rise to the occasion of the situation. It's rushed, for sure, with a couple of them. The one on the left there in particular, it's a little bit rushed, but it's not a drama movie. It's it's an hour 40-ish maybe minute movie, based around Lundgren's actions here. So you're not really going into it for that. Some of the acting is pretty decent. I wouldn't say that I was attached to the kids necessarily, but Lundgren does share some pretty good scenes with a couple of them. There aren't really any memorable fight scenes for a certain reason, which we'll talk about in a second. But there are actually a few pretty good shootout scenes that I was a little bit surprised by. A couple good kills from Lundgren's side of things. But yeah, connecting it to the fight scenes thing, what also added to that was the fact that the villains aren't very good in this movie. Our drug runners, they come off like punks. They don't come off very intimidating or threatening. You sort of feel like Dolph Lundgren could actually lay waste to these guys in one fight sequence, if anything. But instead we got into a full-length movie. They're just not very threatening. I never was worried for Lundgren or any of the students necessarily. Minus a couple, of course. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was paced okay, but at the same time, with the villains not being very good, I just didn't really, I don't know, I wasn't fully engaged, for the entirety of the movie. But I don't think it was a bad time. Like I said, some decent, some fine shootout sequences. Lundgren's good, as he always is. So overall, I'd have to give it about a C. I'm thinking somewhere around like a 75%, maybe 72, 73, somewhere in there. It's not bad, I think it's worth, clicking on. If you're a really big Dolph Lundgren fan like I am, I don't think it's a waste of time. So yeah, this kind of goes along with some of those other, 2000s movie videos that I've done. Not the best of them, but not the worst of them either. So yeah, on to Kindergarten Cop 2. Now, I am a big fan of the original Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I gotta say, this is a pretty damn worthy successor to that. I had a lot of fun with Kindergarten Cop 2. Now, Dolph Lundgren plays Agent Reed, who's assigned to recover sensitive stolen data. He's a gruff FBI agent as he goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher, but the school's politically correct environment is more than he bargained for. So yeah, I was looking forward to seeing this one. It was on Netflix for the longest time. I was going to watch it on that, but just when I was going to, they took it off, and that was when I was on my one of my convention trips. So I missed a chance there. I ordered the DVD because I was that eager to watch it. And I'm really glad I did. Dolph Lundgren is really charming in this movie. I liked him a lot. His back and forth with the kids are, pretty funny. Reminiscent of course, some of Schwarzenegger's tics with them. Though not carbon copy or anything. There's certain moments that remind you of it, but they're not trying to completely replicate all those quotable moments from the Arnold movie either. They're trying to make their scenes a little bit different. But yeah, Dolph Lundgren just put into these awkward social situations is just kind of comedy, almost comedy gold. If you're a fan of Dolph Lundgren, it's just a ball to see him sort of struggle through these different scenarios and such, in these normal type of environments, right? Of course, I do have the sort of subplot of Dolph Lundgren, or the teacher here having romantic interest with one of the other employees there, and I thought it was sweet. I kind of like them together. I think Dolph Lundgren can be charming when his role calls for it. So I didn't think that was too bad either. And the actress who played the teacher, Darla Taylor, I thought she worked pretty well. I liked her chemistry with Dolph. And I also have to mention Alex Panovic, who plays our main antagonist here, Zugo. And I thought he did a pretty good job. He takes on the accent pretty well, and him and Dolph actually do have a pretty solid fight scene near the end of the movie in the woods, and I quite liked him as always. Alex, you're awesome. But yeah, Kindergarten Cop 2, I just had a ball with it. I really liked it. I wouldn't say I wouldn't put it over the original, but what goes over the original? But I could easily just watch them in tandem, just watch them together, or who knows? I do think Kindergarten Cop 2 maybe has a bit of a faster pace to it. I'm not sure why. So I could just see myself flipping on Kindergarten Cop 2 someday and just kicking back and enjoying it. So yeah, I'm rating Kindergarten Cop 2 a B+, something somewhere around an 87%. I liked it that much. I think it's a really good time if you're a fan of Dolph, or even if you haven't watched much of his work and you love the Schwarzenegger movie. I don't think this is a bad follow-up. I guess they're actually going to have Schwarzenegger make some kind of cameo in this, but his schedule just kind of conflicted too much with it, which I understand, it's the Governator and everything. Not this time, but I mean, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is when Arnold's just getting back and really back into acting too, so you kind of get it. But still, really dug Kindergarten Cop 2. So yeah, let me guys thought about both of these movies. You got any other Dolph Lundgren recommendations to me you'd like to see videos on? Let me know. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.